be going live shortly. Thanks everybody again, and we'll see you on the other side. Yeah, we'll stay on the call afterwards and congratulate ourselves. And mostly we'll congratulate Dave.
What happened? Good afternoon, honored guests. Good afternoon, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, parents, and most importantly, cadets. Welcome to the 2799 Queen's York Rangers Army Cadet Corps' 54th Annual Ceremonial Review. We hope that during these times, every single one of you have been able to be safe and healthy. My name is Rifleman David Salinas, and I currently serve in the Canadian Armed Forces Primary Reserve. And I'm a military volunteer with 2799, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today. I want to thank everyone who is in attendance. The 2019-2020 training year has been an interesting one. As unfortunate as it may be, we cannot have this parade in person due to current pandemic policy. This does not stop us from recognizing our cadets. So this year, we have come together this week to celebrate the achievements of this Corps and this group of amazing cadets. For the parents, staff, and even cadets who have served on the front lines during this pandemic, thank you. To all those working in the essential services, thank you. Without all of you, the country would not be in the position we are in. For those who are no longer with us today, know that you are in our hearts and know that you are guiding us in the right direction. Please join me in a minute of silence for those who are no longer with us today. I will now pass the mic to our current commanding officer, Captain Dan Copeland. Sir, the mic is yours.
Good afternoon, Rangers, honored guests, parents, and staff of 2799, the Queen's York Rangers Army Cadet Corps. I am the commanding officer of the Corps, and I would like to welcome you to our 54th annual review. This year, as you have now noticed, is unlike any other we have done before. I hope that you have enjoyed our lead-up week, and I hope today will be just as good. I would like to just introduce a few people before we get started. First, our reviewing officer, Major Darren Hoskins, CD. The next is the Mayor of Aurora, Major Tom Maricas. We also have Captain Ashley Bonnell, our Zone Training Officer, joining us in spirit, so to speak, and RSM Chris Duncan. I would like to thank the other area commanding officers who have tuned in with us today. Now back to our Master of Ceremonies, Rifleman Dave Salinas.
Thank you, sir. Up next, we have our awards and presentations. We want to ensure that everyone knows that we have not forgotten your efforts, your time, and your devotion to the Army Cadet program. Please help me congratulate the following individuals who will be receiving awards today. Our first award is the first of its kind, the Captain S.A. Lusk Initiative Award. This award goes to a cadet who looks to better the Corps by working on an initiative that can impact cadets and their training in a positive way. This is meant to reflect the values that Captain Lusk has displayed in her lifetime, where she always looked for new and interesting ways to engage the Corps and always doing the right thing and not being afraid of getting uncomfortable. Our first presenter today for this award is a person that to most of you needs no introduction, Captain Sue Lusk, CD. Captain Lusk joined 2799 in 1979 as a cadet and rose through the ranks. She first became a civilian volunteer and then a civilian instructor in the 1980s before taking a commission with the then CIL, or Cadet Instructor List, now known as the CIC, Cadet Instructor Cadre. She went on to hold various positions within the Corps, including commanding officer, many times in fact. Captain Lusk held the position of commanding officer until September of last year, when she had her change of command and has since moved on to an instructional assignment at the Regional Cadet Instructors School. Captain Lusk remains very supportive of 2799 to this day. She is loved and holds a very special place within this Corps. She has helped raise the Corps from the ground up and has personally changed the lives of many of our cadets and staff throughout the years. Now I turn over to Captain Lusk for her presentation.
Good afternoon, Rangers. My name is Captain Sue Lusk, and I'm honored and thrilled to be presenting for the very first time the Captain S.A. Lusk Initiative Award. This award goes to the cadet that looks to better the Cadet Corps in a positive way through their own initiative. And the recipient is Warrant Officer Samantha Toe. Congratulations.
Award. It is given to a sergeant or below who displays above per normal leadership qualities and potential to progress to even higher standards. I now pass the mic over to our CO, Captain Copeland.
This year's Junior Leadership Award goes to Sergeant Lichmanoff. Congratulations. Well done.
Congratulations, Sergeant Lichmanoff. The next award for today is the Canadian Legion Medal of Excellence. This is awarded in recognition for individuals' endeavors in citizenship that meet or enhance the aims and objective of the cadet movement. I call upon the Aurora Branch 385 President, Ms. Lori Hoyes, to present this award.
Good afternoon, Rangers. I am very pleased to present the Cadet Medal of Excellence from the Royal Canadian Legion to a cadet that I've known for 6 years and started off as a cute little chubby-cheeked member of our Corps. This year's presentation goes to Master Warrant Officer Shane York. So I have your certificate plus your medal. So when we see you again, we will give you these in person. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Master Warrant Officer York. The award is the Honorary Commandant's Leadership Award, which is presented to a senior cadet who consistently demonstrates the highest leadership qualities. I would like to call upon the Aurora Mayor, Mr. Tamarakis, to present this year's award.
Thank you. And this year's award goes to Chief Warrant Officer Newman. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Chief Warrant Officer Newman. This next award is the Major Wilf Bridgeford Top Cadet Award. This is presented to a senior cadet who, through high level of participation, sets and achieves high standards and accomplishments for all others to follow. I would like to call upon our reviewing officer, Major Hodgkins, to present this award.
This year's award, is presented to Master Warrant Officer Nicholas Ertel. Congratulations, Master Warrant.
Congratulations to all who earned awards today. Keep up the hard work, not just to the winners of the awards today, but to everyone, because without every single one of you, we would not be who we are. Every single winner today was at one point a young cadet, unbeknown of their skills and potential. We know that everyone at this unit has the qualities that many dream of having, and for that, we look up to you. We will now move on to the addresses and speeches of the ceremony. Our first speaker is Mayor of Aurora, Mr. Tamarakis. Mr. Mayor, I pass the mic to you.
Thank you and good afternoon, everyone. I'm honored to virtually be here on behalf of the Town of Aurora and Aurora Town Council for the 54th Annual Ceremonial Review. Now, this will definitely be a year to remember with a virtual graduation ceremony during the COVID-19 pandemic. And I'm sure that you didn't envision this ceremony as a virtual one, but this is still a special day regardless of where you are. Thank you all for joining us to support and recognize these young cadets for their hard work and dedication. The Queen's York Rangers have a strong cadet training program with a long and distinguished history of service in our community and across Canada. Being a cadet offers a unique opportunity to gain leadership, teamwork, and social skills. All the cadets here today should be proud of their strong effort, hard work, and commitment to learning over the past year. You have built a foundation of social connections and support that will move with you throughout your career. And you have broadened your knowledge and learned new skills to help you succeed and reach new heights. Thank you to the leaders of these young cadets who have provided inspiration, mentorship, and guidance. Your lessons in teaching values, character, work ethic, and skills development are invaluable. The qualities you have instilled in these youth will serve them a lifetime. And thank you as well to the families of the cadets who have provided support and positive reinforcement along their journey to become a cadet. Your tremendous support is admirable. And I have no doubt that these young cadets will prosper and achieve success in whatever path they choose to pursue. So on behalf of Aurora Town Council and our community, please accept my congratulations on a job well done and best wishes in your future endeavors. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to now call upon Ms. Lori Hoyce, the President of the Aurora Legion.
Throughout the year. I am pleased to represent the Legion and truly value the support that the cadets have given to the Legion over the years. I hope those who are graduating this year look back fondly on their years spent in the cadet program. Those who are new, as has been said in some of the mugging out speeches, stick with it. It's well worth the journey. Congratulations to Captain Copeland on a successful training year. Unfortunately, it ended a little differently than we would have ever expected. Normally, I would invite the officers and the senior cadets back to the Legion for some refreshments, but of course that won't be happening this year. All the best to each and every cadet in your future. Just remember that the Legion is here to support you, and if you wish to join once you've turned 18, let me know. I'll help you out. Thank you.
I want to give greetings from our Zone Training Officer, Captain Bennell. Also, on behalf of the Member of Parliament for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill, Leona Leslev, I would like to read a letter of greetings from her. Dear friends, it is a privilege to send greetings as you come together for the 54th Annual Ceremonial Review of the Queen's York Rangers 2799 Army Cadet Corps. Today we recognize all the incredible accomplishments of the Corps. This year has been a year filled with hard work and dedication, proven through your many accomplishments. You have adapted and prevailed even during these challenging times. As your Member of Parliament, I am proud to represent the Queen's York Rangers, who work tirelessly to instill values of good citizenship and leadership in our youth. The training you are receiving, the relationships you are building, and the foundations of citizenship and leadership you are developing will make you the next leaders of our country. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the volunteers, officers, cadets, and the friends and families who have supported you along the way. Sending my best wishes for you for your ceremonial review today. Sincerely, Leona Leslev. At this time, I want to call upon our reviewing officer, Major Hodgkins. It is unfortunate that you were not able to see our outstanding group of cadets on the parade square, as I know you would have been blown away by their performance, which is why we would like to extend the invitation again for the next time we have an in-person parade ceremony. Major Hodgkins was born in North York and raised in Georgetown, Ontario. He joined the 676 Lawrence Scott's Royal Canadian Army Cadet Corps in Georgetown in 1982 at the age of 13. During his cadet career, he completed summer training courses at both Ipperwash Army Cadet Camp and CFB Borden. Upon completion of his Gold Star in 1985, he served in staff positions in Ipperwash. The winter of 1988, he ended his cadet career with the Lawrence Scotts at the rank of Cadet Captain and Cadet Commanding Officer of the Corps. In March of 1988, Major Hodgkins joined the Canadian Forces Reserve Cadet Instructor List. He served with 676 Lawrence Scotts until 1991, taking a break from the CIC world. Major Hodgkins returned to the CIC in 1995, again with 676. During his time with 676, he served as the Supply, Administration, and Training Officer. In 1997, Major Hodgkins transferred to 2919 Gray and Simcoe Foresters, Royal Canadian Army Cadets in Barrie, Ontario, as the training officer until he became the commanding officer in December of 2002. He served in that position until 2005. In 2006, he transferred again, this time to 2408 Canadian Forces School of Administration and Logistics, Royal Canadian Army Cadets in CFE Borden as the training officer, and as before, became the commanding officer in 2007. In 2013, he completed his tenure as the CO of 2408. In January of 2014, he transferred to 329 Canadian Forces Health Services Training Center, Royal Canadian Army Cadets, before becoming the commanding officer. In September 2015, Major Hodgkins was promoted to his current rank and appointed as Regional Cadet Advisor for the Central Ontario area out of the Toronto Detachment. In February 2017, as the areas were realigned, Major Hodgkins was transferred to the new Central Ontario area out of CFB Borden as an Area Elemental Advisor for Army Cadets. Major Hodgkins is a police constable with York Regional Police and serves in 4 districts in patrol. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Major Hodgkins. I pass the mic to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Captain Copeland, Your Worship, Mayor Maracus, guests, parents, staff, and most of all, cadets of 2799 Queens York Rangers. Thank you for having me as the reviewing officer for this unusual annual review. I did have the pleasure of seeing the Corps in September when I was the presiding officer over the change of command. So I have seen them, and I look forward to being able to see them again. I want to thank Captain Copeland, his staff, the sponsoring committee, and most of all the cadets for stepping up to the plate and continuing on with the program during these unusual and challenging times. As the area OIC, Major Kelly says, you truly are Canada's finest. Unfortunately, as you all know, summer training has been canceled for this year. The decision by the formation commander was not an easy decision to make. However, your safety is paramount. As we move into summer and then into September, we are hoping, as you are, that training will start again as you know it. Now, if I may, I have one more presentation to make. Captain Copeland, it is my pleasure to promote you to Major. On behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Leonard, Major Kelly, the COA office, congratulations. I look forward to being able to give you these in person as soon as we can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Major Hodgkins. The next presentation will be given out by our current RSM, Chief Warrant Officer Newman, as she's retiring as a cadet and moving on to bigger and greater adventures. Chief Warrant Officer Maya Newman began her cadet career when she was 12 years old in September of 2013. During her early years in the unit, she was part of the shooting, biathlon, and orienteering teams, as well as playing the bass drum in the Corps band. By her Silver Star year, her participation narrowed down to her 2 main passions, shooting and orienteering, both in which she competed at the highest levels annually, more often than not coming out as a major competitor. After 3 dedicated summers of training, Chief Warrant Officer Newman also got the opportunity to compete as part of the Canadian National Rifle Team in Bisley, England. In the year prior, she had been the Corps' training sergeant major, working on developing the unit's training standards before becoming RSM this year, and shifting focus on developing the structural standards at the senior level as her main effort. In January 2021, Chief Warrant Officer Newman will be moving abroad to the Netherlands, where she will be studying at the University College Maastricht for her bachelor's degree before moving on to work towards her master's in Germany. Following her studies, Chief Warrant Officer Newman plans on returning to Canada and entering the political scene with the ultimate goal of advancing the public education system across the country through evidence-based research. Upon her return, she also plans on re-engaging with the cadet program as a civilian instructor. We look forward to having you back. Chief Warrant Officer Newman, the mic is yours.
Well, hello, cadets, staff, and honored guests. Certainly hope you can hear me, but I feel like I've done more speeches this year than I have in my entire life. But I just wanted to talk briefly about what I've come to realize is the main overlying purpose of the cadet program, at least for those actively going through it. When this whole pandemic began, I was pretty upset about losing everything I had been looking forward to in wrapping up my cadet career. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized things like mugging out and even leading the unit on my final annual didn't actually matter. Because the point of cadets has never been about the end result. It's about the process, about building yourself up to your fullest potential through the unique challenges and experiences it provides. Whatever I've gotten out of my time in cadets, awards, trips, this rank, all the little bits of recognition to throw on my resume, they're all just added benefits that alone have no real meaning. These aren't the things that have made me who I am or what have changed my life. They're just things, or more often than not, opinions of others. Opinions of very important others, but opinions nonetheless. If you only ever do things in the unit for the purpose of some future outcome or reward, the only thing you'll ever get out of those things are those materialistic bits of recognition. You'll never gain anything of actual substance because that's just not your goal in the matter. And yeah, people will think it's just cadets, but I guess it comes down to asking yourself whether you're content living your life only ever doing things for the purpose of some extrinsic gain or benefit that you get from them. Looking back, I now realize that I was pretty outcome-oriented this year as RSM, but I'm able to learn and grow from that realization now. However, most people don't come to realize the things that they're focusing on aren't actually in their best interest. Some people just keep doing things for what they get out of it or how it'll make them look. And I personally just think that that's not a very fulfilling way to live your life. Regardless, I don't think any RSM will ever have the same experience I had in this position. But suffice to say, I'm actually very happy that all this happened during my year. In terms of, how difficult it was and not getting the rewards people would traditionally get in my position in terms of aging out and everything. Because without the endless amount of unanticipated obstacles I faced at the beginning of the year, followed by losing everything I thought was important, I don't think I ever would have come to realize what actually is, or have been able to move forward in bettering myself as a leader and an individual because of it all. And at the end of the day, that's just what cadets is all about giving you the space to fail and grow and develop yourself to your fullest possible potential. And whether you're forced to be here or you choose to be here on your own accord, at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide if you want to take the opportunity cadets presents to you and use that to do that with yourself. Not for the sake of any award or promotion or to prove yourself to anyone but yourself, but to become the person that you wish you could be. And I'm so thankful for this program for continuing to guide me down the path of becoming that person for myself. And I can see many of you are already headed down your own paths that way, although you may not see it yet. But I guess all I have to say left is thanks for the memories. In the end, I'll pass it back over to Rifleman.
Thank you, RSM. We really look forward to one day having you back, and best of luck to your future endeavors. I would like to call upon Chief Warrant Officer Chris Duncan. Regimental Sergeant Major of the Queen's York Rangers Primary Reserve. Sir, the mic is yours.
Thank you. This is to the officers, the volunteers, and the cadets of the 2799 Cadet Corps. On behalf of the commanding officer, the officers and women and men of the Queen's York Rangers, I bring greetings from the regiment. This has been a very interesting year. Apparently, it's an ancient Chinese curse that may you live in interesting times. Well, these are interesting times. The regiment itself is heavily involved in the fight against COVID-19, with 45 members on Class C contract deployed to either the TBG, which is the Territorial Battle Group, the Contingency Company, or the LRU, the Local Response Unit. The CO of the regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Stalker, is in fact commanding the TBG. We're not sure how many lives have been saved by their participation in helping out with the long-term care homes, but it is doubtless many, many lives. And although this may not be the service to our country that we expected, saving lives is what is the ultimate goal. And to this, we are very satisfied. I would like to wish the entire 2799 Cadet Corps, its officers, its volunteers, and especially the cadets, a safe and successful summer, and we will see you all in the fall. Take care.
Thank you, Chief Warrant Officer Duncan. We really appreciate your messages. Thank you to every person who gave their greetings during this annual review virtual ceremony. Now I would like to ask our commanding officer now, Major Copeland, to introduce our staff. Sir, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Rifleman Salinas. The staff for this year, 2019-2020, I'd like to introduce Captain Charlevoix, currently the Deputy Commanding Officer, Training Officer, the Gold Star Training Officer, and the Drill Team Coach. Captain Ian Daniels, our Supply Officer, our Orienteering Coach, and our Range Safety Officer. Lieutenant Spulak, Silver Star Training Officer and Range Safety Officer. Officer Cadet Bernardi, our Administration Officer, and our Assistant Orienteering Coach. Officer Cadet Jay Casper, our Red Star Training Officer, and our Marksmanship Coach. Officer Cadet D. Casper, our Biathlon Coach, our Webmaster, and the one who is running the show today. Rifleman Salinas, our Green Star Training Officer. Civilian Volunteer Gilliam, Assistant Admin Officer. Civilian Volunteer Kennedy, Assistant Supply Officer. Civilian Volunteer Arcade, and Officer. Civilian Instructor Todd, Assistant Training Officer, and Assistant Rifle Coach. Mrs. Hoyes, Public Affairs Officer. I'd also like to introduce our Corps Support Committee. Without their tireless help, a lot of our amazing activities would not have happened. The chair and my right-hand person, Mrs. Rose Vetro. Mr. Dennis Poncelet, Vice Chair. Mr. James Ross, Secretary. Mrs. Sharon Clark, Treasurer. Lieutenant Colonel Len Wines, our Army Cadet League Rep. I would also like to introduce Ms. Ewa Batilkin, Food and Canteen Coordinator, Evelyn Choi, Bingo and Volunteer Coordinator, Michael Gregg, Tagging Coordinator, Lori Hoyes, Public Affairs, and Sharon Gilliam, Tracy Gilliam, James Hoyes, Robert Kennedy, Andrew Bruce, Jean Ross, Melanie McGlone, and Kathy Coombs. Thank you very much for your assistance with the Corps and making us all run and look good. Back to you, Rifleman Salinas.
This concludes our live annual review virtual ceremony. We want to thank every single person who is here today watching and giving our warmest thanks to our speakers today. Stay tuned for upcoming online activities. Stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay connected. We as staff are here for every single member of the Corps, and it is important that you all understand that you're not alone during these times, and that together we will make it through. Keep those heads high. Do not be afraid to reach out to any of us, and have a fantastic summer. Thank you.
The year began with our open house and first parade. Later on, we went on to our fall exercise, pumpkin pie, at the home of the Stewarts on their farm in the Collingwood area. The Corps enjoyed hiking, field training, and abseiling. We then had a change of command of the Corps from Captain Sue Lusk, CD, who'd been with the Corps in various capacities since 1979. Very big shoes for me to fill and lots of learning for me to do. We continued with our Corps and teams training and with orienteering, biathlon, marksmanship, band and drill, and of course our regular training nights. Our band participated with 140 Squadron in the Aurora Santa Claus Parade and did a fantastic job. We prepared for the holidays with our annual Christmas dinner and looked eagerly forward to 2020 for a continuation of our training plan and activities. February saw our field training exercise at Simeon Park and fitness at Regency Acres. Our proverbial train was picking up speed, and training and activities were going along as planned. March 2020. There first began rumors of a new flu, but nothing to worry about. March 13th, 2020, all training activities halted. After March break, we paused our training and March break activities for a bit. The meetings and announcements flew. Then the notice that no one wanted, but I think everybody expected. All training to halt until 31 August 2020. With this news, we reacted in Ranger fashion. We found other ways to train. We Zoomed, we Skyped, we Facebooked, we set up online training, and we carried on. It has been an interesting year, and in the future, we intend to offer volunteer training over the summer. There will be some fun challenges, some merit review boards, and again, we will carry on. These days have offered us lots of time for reflection on various aspects of our society. We will, as Rangers, address these issues of social distancing and what this entails for our future, and education about this and other issues that are facing our society. The issue of race relations in Canada. Again, we will deal with this as Rangers with understanding and education. John Graves Simcoe was an abolitionist in the time when that wasn't a common idea. The Queen's Rangers during the Revolution had members from all aspects of society and all races. When Upper Canada was founded, slavery was part of our founding. But under Simcoe, on the 9th of July, 1793, an act was passed that prevented the further introduction of slaves into the province and allowed for the gradual abolition of slavery in the province of Upper Canada. The first piece of legislation in the British Empire to limit slavery and to set the stage for the great freedom movement known as the Underground Railway. It is through listening and understanding that we, as a society, move forward. In this Corps, just as the original Queen's Rangers, we will welcome and continue to educate all of our cadets about the importance of tolerance and understanding. Now, let's move forward as Rangers. Let's look to the new training year with hope and enthusiasm and show in words and in deeds that we are cadets and we are Rangers. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you all in September. Thank you very much. Thank you,